Good life, easy, baby. We're back.
Again.
Good life, easy.
What's happening?
You tell
What's
me,
in the
bro.
news? What are we discussing today?
The hottest thing right now is the Super League, bro.
The Super League,
European
it's
Super
taken
League.
over.
Yeah.
Some sports news that everyone's talking about.
Exactly. And this is again headline topic.
Yeah. Even if you're not a football fan, you're going to hear about it, right?
True that.
So what do you think of the European Super League?
Why don't you elaborate of first?
What is the
it?
European Super
Yeah.
League? So the European Super League is a formation of 12 top clubs right now. Okay, 6 from the Premier League and 6 from other countries of Europe. Okay, and what they've done is that they've decided they're going to start their own league and they're going to be the owners of the league, right? So if you play, you're the owner, so you'll pay out some more. Okay, it's going to be a midweek competition where the best teams play against the best teams. So how is this going to benefit them is that, of course, the viewership is going to skyrocket.
Because everyone wants to see the El Clasico every time.
Yeah. Imagine the football audience is 4 billion people, right?
4 billion people.
Imagine 4 billion people tuning in every week to watch the ESL.
Wow.
Like, it's mad money. It's mad money, right?
Yeah.
And of course, the major concern why ESL was formed or is going to be formed is because of the Champions League structure. Okay, the Champions League structure is not that exciting because the games are not that frequent. You know, one game like say Real Madrid City will be, if they qualify for semis, if they go into the finals, then it's a cracker of a game. But it doesn't happen every week, right?
Yeah.
So the football fans have to go back to their local leagues and watch these games.
Yeah. Plus it's random, so it's not like all good teams are playing with good teams at the right time, you know.
Correct.
They can peak early also.
Correct. So basically, the number one reason for this happening is because of the pandemic. Because of the pandemic, money is a big issue.
Yeah.
A lot of clubs have lost a lot of money, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Like every business.
Yeah. So the ESL is being formed by JP Morgan. JP Morgan is backing it for $5 billion. They think it's a great idea. So they're like, okay, let's back the ESL with $5 billion. The first payout only for the clubs is going to be 350 million. You're understanding? And if you win the Champions League, you get 80 million. So you're understanding if you win the Champions League, you
Champions League or the...
No, if you win the Champions League, your payout is 80 million. Here to participate in the ESL, it's 350 million guaranteed purse, bruv.
To the first 15 teams.
First 15 teams.
Wow.
You know, first 15 teams, 350 million guaranteed.
Wow.
So, of course, there was mad turmoil. The fans are like, this is not going to be possible because our local leagues are going to suffer. Our local football teams are going to suffer. There's not going to be any competition in the sport.
And there's not going to be any underdogs.
Yeah, the charm of the sport is being taken away. So
For the greed of money.
Yes. And of course, the clubs that complained were the clubs that didn't get the invite, unfortunately. You know?
Fair enough.
So they are thinking, who's going to watch the damn Premier League? You know?
But if this was successful, unfortunately, people would only watch the big teams. You know, the reason being is that there are a lot more casual fans than super fans, right?
Yeah.
So a casual fan is what? That if follows a player
Correct.
changes the team, they change the team.
That's right.
You know,
That's
enjoy wearing a jersey once in a while.
Absolutely.
And a super fan is that follows the whole league, understands
That's
the point
been
system.
brought up with
That's
that
been
football
brought up
club,
with the
you
whole
know?
concept and brought up with
Correct.
the club. So the super fans obviously rejected the idea.
Big time.
They were
Big
totally
time.
against
Yeah.
it. And the casual fans, it's good for them because they get to see only great fights, you know.
Yeah.
It's like watching Mike Tyson fight every Saturday.
My God,
Right?
that's madness.
It's madness.
But why wouldn't people want that to happen? You know, like as you've segregated it perfectly. Super fans versus casual fans.
Yeah.
The super fans formed a committee, went against the ESL.
Yeah.
Casual fans don't give a fuck whether it
Don't give a
happens or
fuck,
doesn't happen.
Because I think casual fans are also outside the city country, right?
Correct,
Like
correct.
Indian fans
Yeah.
of Man United and all are like casual fans.
Yeah, casual
kind of.
fans. Super fans are the ones who hold season tickets.
Yeah.
That go for every game.
And like buy souvenirs and you know, mugs and whatnot.
Mugs.
Yeah.
And basically breathe the football club.
Breathe the football club, yeah, true that.
So is someone with a football club tattoo a super fan or a casual fan?
Super fan.
Super fan, huh?
Super fan.
All right.
Super fan.
What if it's a regret?
There are a lot of regrets, bro. Player going out of form. The tattoo is a regret.
Regret over.
But Yeah, so it basically almost came to an end before it started.
Yeah.
Right.
48 hours is what
48
it
hours.
lasted
So
for.
I heard that it was announced on 18th April on a Sunday,
Huh.
and by Wednesday there were only two teams,
Yeah.
Barcelona and Real Madrid, which was saying that we are not giving our final decision yet.
Correct.
And but you know, the whole concept of a breakaway league, especially this breakaway league, the European Super League,
ESL, European Super League.
European Super League. This was actually ideated in 2018, from what I saw. And they did not execute it for a long time because, as you said, you know, they had problems with the payouts. But why do you have problems with the payouts? Because you're spending hundreds and hundreds of millions on players. You're going absurd with all your expenditures.
Correct.
You know, you're in a debt of more than $1 billion.
That's crazy.
Like Real Madrid and Barcelona have each over $1 billion debt, which is ridiculous. That means
Even United has debt.
yeah, so that means the bank you're taking loan from will go broke if you don't pay it back.
Yeah.
Right?
And why would you, as a successful football team, why do you want to be in debt? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and everybody understands debt, but there's a limit to that, right? $1 billion in debt is crazy. That means there is a very less chance of you to pay it back unless a miracle like ESL happens.
Where you're getting 350 million just to participate, right?
So what did all the greats, all the great players, the old time coaches, even the current players and all say that from how this is structured, from what they are saying, from the entire rhetoric, it sounds like it's all about money. That was the problem. I think the marketing and the conceptualization was really bad. I think the overall concept can work. It actually can work.
I think it's a great concept.
But the thing is, it was marketed in a way that it is only for money.
Yeah,
everything was just money. Why would you want to come in? Because you get money.
Yeah.
You know, why would you want to play more money?
Correct.
When the incentive is only money, the romance from the game is gone.
It's gone. But how else would they market it? That, okay, we are bringing you exciting football every week.
But it didn't work, right?
Yeah.
Think about it.
No, because people are not dumb. People figured it out.
And exactly. People are not dumb. And what do the fans say first? That you're bringing it out right now, so we can't come to the fucking stadium and protest your games. You want to start it from next month.
But which they did, huh?
Yeah.
The fans came out.
Even in the lockdown, they came.
Yeah.
So these guys were too smart. All these billionaires who came together.
Correct. And they got the right time to do it because of the pandemic and because they can complain that, okay, there's no money being made right now.
But
we are going more and more into debt.
But there's no money being made in any sport, in any business.
Besides the UFC.
In any country.
Besides the UFC.
UFC also, they're not like...
they're losing a little money, but they're making money.
Yeah. But overall, you understand, right? Everyone is in this together.
But okay, now that's that side of it. That's the side of like the casual, the super fan.
Yeah.
This is like being a connoisseur of sport. You don't want this to happen. But as a business, when you're trying to run a business, when you're trying to run a football club, when there are opportunities like this, when an American bank like JP Morgan is coming and backing this league for $5 billion, you're, as an owner of a football team, it makes a lot of sense.
That's what I'm saying. Overall, from bird's eye view, when you look at the concept, it's not the worst concept. Because what are they saying? They're not telling you that stop playing in the Premier League, stop playing in UEFA, just play with us. It's a midweek game. It's not going to do anything with your other games, right? It's just an add-on. Like how FA Cup is an add-on, how UEFA is an add-on to your regular leagues.
Correct.
Okay? But the whole message came out in a way that it's only to make money.
True.
Right? So why will the fans support you?
Correct.
It's not for the love of football, you know, and the Real Madrid owner whose brainchild this was, he said that this is the only way to save football. But everybody clearly knows that you're $1 billion in debt. It sounds like you are only doing it to save your team and your other big $1 billion teams.
True.
Because he's selected teams.
What he's trying to do is
just based on followers, bro.
Like he's trying to build a gated community.
Community.
Only the best of the best can perform in
Not
this
the best
league.
of the best.
The richest?
No, the ones with the most followers and the most viewers.
The one with the most followers, definitely, but also the best of the best. Basically, what this Perez's agenda is. In an interview, also he says that, okay, if you can get 4 billion people to tune in to watch the European Super League every weekend, everyone will benefit.
Yeah.
You know, everyone is gonna have a good time. But then these
everyone in the
in the good. But bro, fans are gonna have a great time.
No, definitely.
You know, fans would have a great time.
Definitely.
Now another thing that FIFA and
But you know what
UEFA
this one guy said? This one guy said that you're talking about the best of the best and the great teams. What's Arsenal doing here?
Yeah, that's there.
Why Arsenal is not performing right now?
No, right. They've not been performing for a few
I'm
years.
unaware.
Yeah, bad times.
I was like, whoa, bro.
But
throwing
UEFA and
shade.
FIFA fucked around. But they said that if you take part in the ESL, you can't play in the Premier League. You can't play in the World Cup. Now, as a player, what's your
country, bro?
You want to be remembered to play for your country, right? Now, if you're not going to be allowed to play for your country, I don't think any player is going to even take part in the ESL. But no player from the ESL community, like the whole, they didn't comment in those 2-3 days. Everyone was shut. They were told that, you know, even the managers were asked the managers like, that's not my question to answer. You have to ask the owner.
They were told, you'll get the check.
Check, you won the check, right? You know, wage increased.
Yeah.
So.
And what an increase, bro. Can you imagine?
What an increase.
But
I still, with that being said, this Perez is also saying that you can't back out of the deal now. Now that it's happened.
I too heard that apparently everyone had to give a token of $8 million and a non-refundable token. So when all these teams backed out, I don't think he's going to give the $8 million back.
But now the major plug which was pulled was when JP Morgan apparently backed out.
Yeah.
So now there's no money backing.
Yeah.
But still this Perez is like, it's still going to happen. Even I still feel it's going to happen. This is just a starting point.
This is starting.
You know, eventually down the line, it's going to happen.
What do you think about FIFA, twisting their arm? Because it's like a battle between the billionaires, we are just the spectators at the end of the day, bro. They talk about the love of football and the love of the sport and all, but it just looks like convenience of money.
Correct.
Okay, as you said, UEFA gives a payout of 80 and here they're getting
350, yes.
It's absurd, right?
Yes.
And all are debt-ridden companies. So, do you think that it was FIFA twisting their arm and saying that we'll not allow you to play in the Premier League, we'll not allow you to play in the World Cup, you're banished? Okay? Or was it the fans who said that, fuck you guys, this is not the way to do it. The love of football comes from underdogs, from having losses, from being relegated, from having the scare of relegation.
True. What I feel is that
I think all that also gets excitement.
So what I think is the fans bit was just an accessory to the whole movement. The main movement was done by these two governing bodies, which are the most corrupt. Actually, they are the most corrupt governing bodies. UEFA and FIFA are the most corrupt. We know it. We know how countries win bids to host the World Cup, which we'll talk about Qatar 2022.
And you know how FIFA and all came out and said, they came out in a very angry tone. The UEFA president came out and he was calling that we had snakes right next to us.
Correct.
He was calling the owner of Juventus.
Yeah, bro, basically the UEFA, I don't know his name, the UEFA chief and the Juve's president, basically the Juve's president is the UEFA chief's child's godfather.
Yeah, that's
some Italian connect.
Yeah, it's an Italian connect, and he said, "I didn't know that I had snakes right next to me." And
imagine. And he was like, every team that's guaranteed to that went out and said that they'll play in the ESL is going to face some heavy sanctions.
Yeah, and not only that, but he said it in a tone which is like a little government type, little like dhamki type. Okay, you guys have made a mistake. You guys don't know what you're doing. All you guys are
This is a joke.
तुम लोगों को लगता है कि तुम लोग बहुत उछल रहे हो ना, ये करेंगे वो करेंगे, अभी करो, अभी मैं देखता हूँ कैसा करोगे.
See?
And I didn't like that tone too much.
Bro, I'm telling you, think about it. UEFA is corrupt. FIFA is corrupt. Almost all governing bodies are corrupt.
This is my point. I didn't like that tone because FIFA is corrupt.
Yeah.
UEFA is corrupt.
Yeah. So they don't want another corrupt they don't want another corrupt sanctioned body just eating off their plate, bro.
How can a proved corrupt governing body come out and say that you can't do this?
It's very stupid.
Because this is only for money, this is only for greed, this is not for football.
But what are you doing?
And what are you doing? What are you doing since years?
That's a good point. Especially FIFA's coming out, bro. That's some bullshit.
I think everyone laughed.
That's some bullshit.
That's some
FIFA's coming out,
bullshit.
and what did FIFA have to say? That you're not going to participate in the World Cup. No player is going to be able to play in the World Cup.
ये तो क्या है यार?
That's straight up threatening.
That is a straight up threat, bro.
They should be taken to court.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
If they had the balls, they should have taken it to court, fought it out.
Yeah. One more thing I read, that basically the Real Madrid president, he had made this plan so beautifully that he knew that UEFA and FIFA will come out and say all these things, okay? So he had a team of lawyers ready. Everything, that if they say that you can't play in the Serie A, Premier League and all these La Liga and all of that, and you can't play in the UEFA, then you can't play for the World Cup, they'll fight it out because they can't legally do that. It's going to be a threat. So they didn't act upon that first.
Oh.
Yeah, so because they had a whole team of lawyers ready. Because they knew that this is going to be an empty threat. You know why?
Why?
Because who's going to watch? Who's going to watch the World Cup without Messi? Who's going to watch?
True. But now, but bro, now that's a good point, but it's also up to the player. You know, the player gets to decide as well.
Yeah.
So, but as a team, then what do? You'll have to go and play for one of the non-competing teams.
What is one motivating incentive for a player? Money.
Money, yeah. It's all about money. True,
right?
True. That's why, you know, like talking about money, you know, like the Chinese league. Started attracting a lot of players in the past 6-8 years because they were paying like normal substandard players what their wages were more than Messi, their wages were more than Ronaldo. That's a lot of top players from Premier League and
I remember Drogba had gone.
La Liga all went to China because they were earning like 500,000 a week and like Messi was like at 380.
Messi was playing in China?
No. Messi is 380 compared to a normal player earning 500.
People are getting paid more
than Messi. The whole league has gone bust. It's heavy in debt. Like they're going to call off the league apparently. Because they started paying these players so much money. Nobody was watching. Everyone's watching the Premier League. So that's what every player's main incentive is money.
It's money, bro. It's money.
You know, and why not?
And why not? Obviously, majority of these players, okay, come from a lower middle class background. You know, it's the dream to make it. And why not kill it? Why not?
True.
You know, more power to you.
True.
Yes, the glory comes when you win the World Cup and lift the UEFA Cup and all of that. But come on.
But it's at the end of the day, it's how much you're going to earn, right?
How much you're going to earn.
Once you retire, do you have enough money?
Yeah, the FIFA is not going to help you out after you retire, bro.
Yeah.
So.
But that being said, I think it'll definitely happen in a few years.
But the hypocrisy is funny, that FIFA coming out and saying that this is all for greed, this is all for money.
It's crazy,
killing the
man.
sport.
It's crazy. Bro, this FIFA is also in some deep shit. So right now, a big controversy that's making the rounds is the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Right? Like a lot of people are not talking about it because I think these UAE-based countries now, bro, they know how to fuck the media and tell them to shut the fuck up, right? We all know how that happens.
You know how they do it?
How?
Buying 20% of the...
Yeah, bro. Just buy it off, bro. I'm sure. So nobody's talking about the 2022 Qatar World Cup and bro, Indians have suffered the most in this.
Yeah.
Indians have suffered
Indian
the
workers,
most.
laborers.
So when did the bid for 2022's World Cup take place? It took place in 2010 or 2012, right?
2010, I think.
2010. And there's this, basically, there's this guy called Bin Hammam, okay, who's the Qatari official. And who are going to win the 2022 bid was either United States or Qatar.
Yeah.
So Qatar, as we all know, bro, too much money, oil money, went out and fucking bribed all the officials of the countries that have to vote. Bribed, bro.
Amazing, bro. Straight up bribed.
Like Africa got 5 million. One official just got 5 million cash. Yeah. Apparently cash, huh?
Yeah.
And so there was one whistleblower.
You know, all these guys, you know what they do now?
What?
Like, for example, if you're the... Like everyone in the association of FIFA has one vote, right? So now he's saying, I'm going to buy your vote, right? So now I can't make a direct transaction to you. No? So you know what you will be like? I want to open a school in Africa. $5 million for my school.
Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Then who knows how much money you're putting in the school and how much money you're going to transfer back
and we all know, bro, all these NGOs and all these CSR-based companies are all fronts.
Yeah.
It's just tax evasion.
Exactly.
Right? So this Qatar official, one whistleblower came out and gave all the fucking proof.
Thank God.
Emails, documents, everything that whatever Qatar has done under the table. There was the heavy bribery that has gone on.
And apparently like 11 out of 12 guys in America and all got caught. Bro, and they had an FBI scene.
FBI scene, heavy scenes going down. And Qatar won 14 votes to 8, bro. So imagine how many who the fuck would want to host a World Cup in Qatar? Have you seen the fucking weather, bro?
The weather is pathetic.
The players will fucking die out of dehydration.
And they did it. They were planning it in like November, December.
Yeah.
Which is
winter
with the league.
Yeah. Oh, with the league, it's clashing with the league.
Clashing with the league.
And actually, it makes.
And also, FIFA got a lot of backlash because in Qatar, homosexuality is absolutely illegal. It's a criminal offense.
Correct.
So people were like,
Absolutely.
you want to host the World Cup here? So you're saying that homosexuals from around the world should not
Yeah.
travel
Yeah.
and watch the World Cup?
True.
What is
That's
the
fucking
message?
Ridiculous.
What is the message? It is
That's
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
But then what started making the rounds was the human rights. Like they were breaking a lot of human
That
rights
was so sad.
laws, you know.
Yeah.
So now there are such hard stats. Now they say that 95% of all workers, all daily wage workers like laborers, are all based out of Southeast Asian countries, right? Nepal, Bangladesh, India being majority.
Yeah.
And they say, bro, because of the Qatar World Cup, every 2 minutes, 40 migrant workers go to Qatar. Every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So understanding the amount of population just heading to Qatar because you need infrastructure. You can't have only 2 stadiums when you're hosting the World Cup. You need 10, 12. Right? Then what started happening is that these basic...
HR export was a big boom in India around
Big
that
time.
time only,
Yeah.
2005, 2015, that 10-year
Bro, it
period.
was huge.
It was
Everyone was
huge.
going to Dubai, Qatar.
Nurses, laborers, you know.
Yeah.
It was a heavy export of human resources.
So then what started happening, like in the front, everything looks jolly, bro. Like you're going to go to Qatar, have a good life.
Plus control.
Earn a lot of money. But then once these migrant workers reached there, they said that
Give me your passport.
Basically, passports were taken first as a way to hold the laborers. कि तू अभी जा रहा ही नहीं है.
Jail.
This is modern day slavery.
Yeah.
Okay, they were holding checks.
Oh.
So they were like, हाँ, you work 3 months, then we'll give you full lump sum. So then you have to work for 3 months. Okay, and they were saying that these accommodations where these migrant workers were living in no electricity, no sewage system, no fucking food and water. So now the players are coming out, which makes a lot of sense. And they're like, now all of this is coming to light when all of this should have actually been brought into notice in 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
You know, now it's too late.
Yeah.
Now, is there any way that the Qatar World Cup can't happen? There's no way, because there's too much money, bro.
Forget about it.
Forget
bro.
about it.
People are going to forget about it.
So-
People are going to forget about it and watch the World Cup.
Correct.
You know, regardless. But yeah, this has happened in 2010. People have spoken about it. FIFA, I think, made up a committee also to find out what's the real thing. One guy gave a whole report. FIFA did not publish the report. They just published a summary. That guy quit, saying that this is not my report.
It's bullshit.
Yeah,
It's
and
bullshit,
afterwards his
fugazi.
report came out with all the information, with all the
Absolutely.
details that it's absolutely against the regulations of FIFA. You
Bro,
know,
they are saying that by 2022, once the Qatar World Cup starts, they are saying that 4,000 migrant workers would be declared dead. And majority now they're saying is because of suicide. Because
Yeah.
they're put into so much mental trauma.
Yeah, because I'm actually like handcuffing you, na? Think
Yeah.
about it. I'm taking your passport away. I'm not paying you any money. You can't go anywhere. You don't have friends and family. You know,
What do you do?
You make phone calls on
What do
my
you do?
thing. Yeah.
Because it's crazy that this is...
And you can't run away.
Yeah, and this is FIFA.
Yeah.
So one of the governing bodies that is going against European Super League has already done so much shit.
Yeah.
The fans should stand up.
And that's what I'm saying. Like for okay, I get the whole perspective of the fans, right? That yes, when you make it fixed that these teams are only going to play only super matches, only the big teams with the biggest followers, I get it. Exciting. Okay.
Absolutely.
And from the fans' perspective, I get it that they are like, okay, but what about we want a West Ham to win? We want
Leicester.
we want another small team to come up.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
we want the concept of underdogs to be there. We want
Correct.
big teams to be scared of being relegated. That's the fun of football, right?
True.
So I get both the sides, okay? But what I don't get is the hypocrisy.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
get after FIFA going through such
Bullshit.
charges, such serious accusations, such serious accusations that are proved.
Correct.
People from FIFA are fired.
Because Sepp Blatter, he had to step down, you know.
And now with so much confidence they're coming out and saying that the Super League is going to destroy,
Football.
it's going to do this, it's going to do
nah,
that.
bro.
That I don't
you
buy.
can't say that. You can't say
That I don't buy.
that. You can't say that.
And I get it. The fans can be angry. The fans can say that this is going to do this is going to do that. I get it. I get it. Okay? Whatever.
True.
But I don't get what FIFA and UEFA are coming out and saying that, dude, this is for the greed, this is that, this, that. But what are you doing?
Correct.
Just because it's taking a little money off your pocket,
Correct.
you're complaining.
Correct. Yeah.
That is the part I didn't like. Then how are you doing dadagiri and saying that no, you are not allowed?
When you've done harder shit.
You've done harder shit.
You've done harder shit. You've done. But then again, that's why I was saying
Like
that,
hypocrisy.
that's why I was saying that the fans' angle of it was just an accessory. It was just masala.
It was just masala,
sympathy. It was just emotion.
Yeah.
Because how the fans put it across is that, dude, like, you're gonna lose all your fans if nobody's gonna watch the European Super League, which according to me is bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Whether you're a fan or not a fan, you're gonna watch.
Eventually you'd watch.
You're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So FIFA and UEFA were the, basically they set the fire and then the fan just fucking exploded.
Yeah, then it exploded,
Yeah.
And obviously it was their bad luck and it didn't go well.
Yeah.
And the messaging was just pathetic.
Correct.
Because the messaging literally came out like the European Super League equals to money, big money.
Yeah.
Biggest teams, biggest space, biggest team players, biggest everything,
True.
So that messaging is not going to go well with anybody.
Absolutely.
Right? You're not talking about football. You're not talking about the evolution of the
You're
game.
talking about greed.
You're just talking about greed.
Yeah.
So if the messaging was different, I don't think it's the worst idea in the world.
And the Super League contenders are saying that we are going to play in the Premier League. We are going to play in the Champions League. This is just one bit.
This is an add-on.
Yeah, this is just let us also eat, yeah?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why not?
They are not saying that they are not going to play in the Champions League.
Correct.
They're not saying that we're not going to play in the Premier League. So I don't understand what's the problem. The other teams, the
Correct.
lower end teams,
Correct.
the teams that don't have that
yeah.
much money still get the chance.
So now what UEFA has done is, why did the whole structure of UEFA Champions League's format is also very weird, right? Because there's a lot of games and it's very unnecessary. The timing is off. It's midweek. All of this blah blah blah. A lot of complaints. So now UEFA is also by 2024 they're going to include more teams.
Yeah.
In the Champions League they're going to include more games. What's a player's worry, bro? Injury, right? That's the player's maximum.
And
worry.
how do you get injury?
By playing a lot. By playing more than your body can handle.
Exhaustion,
right?
yeah.
Exhaustion. So they are like, dude, come on. We are anyways playing so many games in 6-8 months. And then we have to play for the country. Okay, now the Champions League is anyways fucking increasing the games by adding more teams.
And why is the Champions League increasing the games?
To make it more competitive.
And to make it more, to make more money.
More viewership.
More
right?
viewership.
Broadcasting rights.
Yeah.
So just doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't make sense. So the hypocrisy, I didn't like that rhetoric. That who are you to come out and say it in this tone?
Correct.
After you stealing money all this while. Also, this FIFA is supposed to be a non-profit.
Yeah, non-profit organization.
That makes no sense.
Oh my God, it's all about the money.
Are you mad? And look at their lifestyle. They all travel in private jets and whatnot.
Bro, football.
Who are you kidding?
Football, in the world, is valued at $320 billion.
Yeah, it's the
That's
most
a
viewed.
lot of money.
It's the most viewed sport.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money. So of course, there's going to be a little bit of corruption that goes on.
Yeah. And my point, there is a little bit of corruption that goes on, and the fans, what do the fans do? The fans are like, okay, till the time you're putting on a good event, खाओ ना यार, तुम लोग खाओ, बस हम लोग खरीदेंगे jersey, हम लोग ticket खरीदेंगे, तुम खाओ ना.
But but are you with the Super League or no? What do you as a of course we are casual fans.
I'm a casual fan,
Even
so I have no problem with the Super League.
Yeah, even I have no problem.
If Super League was an add-on to the Premier League, to the La Liga, to the UEFA, I have no problem with the Super League.
And why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
And also, what I believe? You can try and you can fail. It can be a bad thing.
Correct.
But does that mean that you don't try anything new?
True. New formats of the game.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's the most brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I want to watch El Clasico every weekend. I'm just saying that if you try, you come up with something new. Why not?
Like that, just imagine BCCI and ICCI telling IPL to fuck off.
Yeah, BCCI does that. So, any Indian players, if you're an Indian player, right? You can only play for the IPL.
Correct.
You can't go and play for Big Bang. You can't go and play in West Indies, the local league. You can't play in the English, British leagues.
Because that makes IPL exclusive.
Exactly. But Chris Gale can play in all the leagues.
Yes. But what I'm trying to understand is, imagine as a governing body, ICCI and BCCI came out and said, fuck IPL and fuck every other...
No, IPL is there, baby.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Now, because they created such a league is now
So
cricket is...
What you're saying is, if Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings came together and said that let's do a Super League in India.
Yeah.
Bro,
Imagine
BCCI
that.
would rape them.
Imagine BCCI would say fuck out of here, bro.
Bro, BCCI would rape them.
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Finish them
BCCI
off.
would not let the not let them start talking about it. They
Imagine.
were like, shut up the chirp, boys.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the
Shut the
fuck
fuck
up.
up, bro.
Don't even bring out this idea.
You're mad, bro.
You're
Banned. Even IPL seen a lot of shit, bro. 2013 and all.
So
That
basically,
whole Rajasthan Royals scandal.
yeah, that's what, na, bro. Basically, what happens is, na, bro. Whenever it's a governing body like this, so much money is involved, so many fans are there.
True.
मतलब पैसा है तो corruption है ही,
Corruption
bro.
है, yeah.
Basically, simple, bro.
And you know, with sport, it's very weird because everything is indirectly or directly linked with gambling.
Gambling and
You know,
emotions.
gambling and emotions. But gambling being like majority of the money that's been circulation is gambling money.
Yeah.
You know, and all these governing bodies and all are indirectly linked to all these gambling.
Bro, Chennai Super Kings,
commissions.
the team was relegated for 2
Then
years.
2 years, Rajasthan
Yeah.
Royals.
The owner,
Yeah.
the BCCI chairman's son,
Huh.
I think he was the owner, and
Correct.
he got caught in the gambling scandal. What you're talking about?
And bro, with sport also, it's very like I'm sure half of these games, whether it's a football game, whether it's a cricket game, how do you know it's not fucking fixed?
Yeah.
There's no way you can even predict it.
Yeah, you can't predict it, but IPL I think actually went through this.
Yeah,
because
that's spot fixing.
I remember that like after like 2-3 years after IPL started and Lalit Modi left, everybody, the casual conversation was that it's all fixed. It's all fixed.
It's a
IPL
fixed-
is all
yeah,
fixed.
yeah, yeah.
So actually the viewership decreased a little bit
Correct.
because the mood only was off. Because
Correct.
I remember I also stopped watching after that because I was also like, it looks all fixed. It's all fixed.
What's the point of
Right? Srishant and all, the whole scene
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I believe it. If it's fixed, I
fixed.
believe it.
Fixed.
It seems like it can be fixed.
Correct. And all of this, like, do you remember there were a lot of games going into the Super Over in that phase, bro?
Yeah.
A lot of games.
Yeah.
And you're
No,
like, how
that's
the
why-
fuck are so many games going into
That's
the
why I'm
Super
saying
Over?
that the whole rhetoric of it being fixed was believable.
Yeah.
I believed it. I used to watch the IPL all
Correct.
the time. Now I am very casual with it.
Nah, I don't watch it.
Yeah, I don't watch
I
it.
don't
If it's
watch
there,
it.
if
I don't
nothing
watch
else
it.
is there to watch,
Then
and
I'll
it's there,
start it, yeah,
Then I'll
yeah,
start
yeah.
it. Otherwise, I don't even give a fuck.
But there's a lot of things to watch
There's
right
a lot of
now.
things to
So
watch, bro.
I don't
Yeah.
watch that
Fuck
shit.
IPL, bro.
You know? So you're saying that when there's a lot of money involved, these
Corruption
governing
is there.
bodies have to be corrupt.
They are going to be
Right,
corrupt,
right.
bro. When money is involved, corruption is there, and there.
It's
only,
there
bro.
and there, yeah.
In FIFA, they did an audit and they had $100 million deficit in their treasury or whatever. And the fucking president, he came out with a statement and said that I cannot check on each and everything that goes on in this organization.
So
Bro,
what the fuck, you're a president.
$100 million. Do you understand that the people are accusing you that
Yeah.
you have stolen this money?
And you're saying I can't
And you're
keep a
saying
check
that it's
on
petty
every-
cash.
Shit.
You're saying it's petty
Which it
cash.
is for sure.
अपन नहीं देख सकता भाई. अपन हर ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं देख सकता.
I'm taking care of a bigger picture right now.
Ah,
Qatar
taking
is
care of
going
the
through
bigger
some shit.
picture.
Qatar is about to be called off and you're telling me to give a fuck about 100 mil?
हाँ, हमको AC डालने का वो स्टेडियम में कतार में. You don't talk about 100 million. And also
Boy.
he came out and said that I can't take care of all this.
Yeah, these are all petty issues. Get
yeah.
out of here. I don't have time. Next.
Yeah, and
You know?
they were like, dude, $100 million is missing. Where? What are you talking about? It's a non-profit, right?
True. So when you think about corruption in sport, the first thing that comes to your mind is football. Is that
First thing that used to come to my mind is definitely cricket because
right.
I've grown up with
in a
cricket, bro.
cricketing nation?
Yeah, I've grown up with cricket and I've grown up with these stories of
Correct.
Mohammad Azharuddin
Correct.
and
Singh
these
and all.
Pakistani
Yes,
players. Then this whole Srishant fiasco.
Yes.
So the
As
first
an
thing-
Indian, I think you always think of cricket because you know BCCI is bigger than ICCI, which
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. I don't know how.
And also, it's more in our news. It's more in our
Correct.
You know,
But in recent times,
in recent times, definitely this FIFA scene.
FIFA, right? It's
Yeah.
football, no?
Yeah,
That's what they say. They say football is one of the most corrupt
But
bodies.
but the level of
sports.
corruption that FIFA has taken it
Yeah,
to is a
yeah.
little high level,
Little
bro.
high, yeah,
It's a little
Correct.
private jet level, bro.
But then don't you think that little bit of so what do you think of these when nations compete, right? FIFA is the anyways corrupt. So then Olympics. The Olympics is also a very fucking corrupt league. Sorry, like a body, like a competition.
Yeah, wherever there is money, there is corruption.
Yeah. Like Commonwealth with India was a fucking big deal.
Yeah, that was India's corruption.
Huge corruption.
Yeah,
Huge
75,000
corruption.
rupees for
I
toilet
heard
papers.
that, bro. Yeah, that's what, right? 70,000 rupees for one roll. My God, bro.
Write it
My
off.
God.
Bad debts.
My God. Athletics as a sport is also known to be like very corrupt.
Yeah.
Because of steroid use.
Steroid use. Olympics. Icarus came out.
Yes, Icarus came out.
Russia was banned. Not banned. Banned
Correct,
again.
correct,
not banned.
correct.
Now again they are allowed to play.
Correct.
The fucking biggest scandal of steroid use came out.
Yeah.
From whom? From a Russian guy
Correct.
who's a tester in USADA.
Yeah.
Or
Bro,
WADA.
there's this thing that was doing the rounds in Russia is basically that every state in Russia used to have these steroid drives.
Yeah.
That if you're an athlete, the fucking state commission will pressurize you. You have to dope.
The only
You need to fucking
the
win
only
a,
athletes that
medal.
don't take steroids,
Huh.
ice skaters in Russia.
Okay. They are the only guys.
Because
that
they are
don't
supposed to be nimble and steroids don't help them.
Okay,
Every other athlete
Has
is
to.
known to take steroids.
take. Oh my God.
That means TT table and all of that.
Everything.
Yeah, TT
Everything you have to
Yeah.
be fucking
roided, yeah.
roided up.
And talking about Olympics, obviously there's so much of scandal. This whole Brazil thing.
Yeah, that was
last
big.
Olympics. There was scandal in that. Okay. They also with the briberies and all of that.
It's all bribery
That's all
only, yeah.
petty scams,
The
right?
bid is the bidding was one sort of
Yeah.
guaranteed bribery sort of situation.
But as an event organizer,
Yeah.
Olympics as this glorious event, right,
Huh.
is making millions and billions, right? You know how much they pay athletes?
Nothing.
Zero.
What is there in that? What
Yeah.
athletes ain't paying shit.
Athletes ain't paid.
I think
shit.
they have to pay, bro. Athletes have to pay. They have to develop their sport. They have
Yeah.
to, bro. I've heard that the Indian government also sometimes thinks twice before sending like people to
Arey bro,
participate.
Indian government at least thinks twice. What about the other countries?
They must be like, fuck that shit. Figure your shit out.
Bro,
Sponsorships.
in Jamaica and all, the bobsled team, I think that there was a whole movie that was made on them. They made their own bobsled. They made their own
Oh
whole
wow!
scene. Yeah.
Wow.
There's a whole thing.
Incredible.
So there's no support because there's no pay. Even in college sports in America, like college football, which is again almost like $1 billion.
Yeah. Bro,
yearly
NFL is the number one
Yeah.
most profitable sport.
You're not paid by the colleges
Huh.
who make so much money. You're not even allowed to get sponsors.
Correct. But we all know, bro, like LeBron and Zion Williamson and all, they signed their deals.
Yeah,
under
but
the table.
I'm saying NFL NBA for example, if it has 300
Correct.
players, right? College football also has another 500 players.
More, way more. No.
So let everyone get paid.
Correct.
Right? Whoever's playing for the college,
that's there. But then
you're
they come,
selecting the golden egg.
Yeah.
And
But how they must be portraying it is that, okay, we are giving you a scholarship. So imagine the amount of money you're fucking saving.
so
na?
that's what I'm saying.
Why do you want money now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So do you want me to again twist your arm and saying मैं तेरे को इतना उपकार कर रहा हूँ तेरे पे,
हाँ.
तू अभी मेरे लिए खेल.
वो वैसा तो होएगा ही
But
starting
you'll
में.
tell me ना कि भाई मैं अभी एक गेम खेल रहा हूँ ना, एक गेम का मेरे को
हाँ,
पैसा
पैसा दे, थोड़ा तो दे, कुछ तो दे यार, कुछ तो दे, you know?
So it's wrong not to
Yes,
twist your
yes,
arm
yes,
and say
yes,
that
yes,
I'm
yes.
doing a favor on you, buddy.
Yes.
I'm making your life.
Absolutely.
What if you get injured? What if you have a bad
Career's
injury?
over. Career's
over.
Yeah.
Then?
True.
You have not gotten educated for your
I
sports.
think America has got the whole college sport thing fucking right, bro. You know, there's no other country I can think of
No,
where
you can't because
the college sports are so fucking big, bro.
No, because also...
Can you imagine Jai Hind HR and all packing a stadium, bro?
No, I can't because I'll tell you now, bro. One very big reason for so many sports to work very well in America as compared to just one or two in India, like cricket and football in India or cricket and hockey in India, is because it's a first world country. They have more time. An average individual has more time. You know, because the standard of living is high.
Correct.
I think what they're buying with the higher standard of living is time, and that's why the whole culture of like car restoration and all you see in America, like. In your garage, you'll have your own bike or own car that you're making.
You're making, correct. Correct.
In Bombay,
You're mad
you
or what,
dream
bro?
about
You're
that?
fucking mad. Time kiske
bro,
paas?
you'll be stressed out thinking I have to import this part. उसमें custom
Bro,
देना
there's only-
पड़ेगा. ये garage वाला मेरा खा जाएगा. ये वो चोरी
There's
कर
only
लेगा.
a niche, bro. There's a niche crowd for it, that does all this shit
Then-
in India. Indians can't do all this right now.
So
but yeah, America as a country is
this is
also a very
I think because of the higher standard of living.
yeah.
You know,
But America is a very sports driven nation.
Yeah.
Very sports driven.
Yeah.
They go crazy after
because they have
sports.
time.
Yeah.
Today majority
True.
of the Indians don't have time. They have time only for one sport.
Yeah, that's why like NFL and all is the number one most profitable organization in the world. I think Dallas Cowboys is the most valuable
NFL
team in the world.
And then there is college football,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
So
College
that's-
football is huge.
And it's huge.
Yeah.
It packed stadiums of 50,000, 60,000 people.
Easy.
That's college football.
Easy. I
You
think
know?
more, bro. Lakhs.
Yeah. And today, who goes for your Ranji matches?
Bullshit, bro. Nobody.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Correct.
Nobody gives a
It's
fuck.
just a
You're talking about HR
scouting
and Jai
opportunity.
Hind. Nobody gives a fuck about Ranji trophy.
It's just a scouting opportunity.
It's a scouting
bro.
opportunity. But the college football in America are also scouting opportunity. But look at the
there's backing
viewership.
of fans, bro.
Yeah.
There's a big backing of fans.
A huge backing of
There's a
fans.
big backing of
Then
fans.
it's an event.
Correct.
You know, the whole family goes.
Correct. But even talking about corrupt sports, I was just Googling some shit. A lot of viewers think boxing is heavily corrupt.
Yeah.
It's heavily corrupt because of the commission bodies, right?
Because of not only
Nevada
because of
and the New York State Athletic Commission.
So all commissioning bodies have their different rules.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's your naseeb, bro. It's very difficult for you to go 12 rounds with Floyd Mayweather and think that you're going to get the decision.
Not at
It's
all.
not going to happen.
No chance.
It's not
No
going to
chance.
happen.
No
Let's be
chance.
real.
No chance.
It's not going to happen.
You have to finish him. You have to knock him out.
Not only because Floyd is too good. We all understand Floyd is too good. But you're never going to get the decision in Las Vegas against Floyd Mayweather.
Correct.
Like, who are you kidding?
Correct. Like Marvin Hagler used to say, right? If I take it the decision, I've lost.
Yeah, so judges...
I have to knock him out.
Yeah, because judges are like known to be corrupt,
Correct.
bro.
And it's direct. I'm telling you, all of these commission boards. Bro, Nevada is directly linked to the fucking gambling commission, bro. It all depends on the odds who's going to win or lose.
And the whole sport of boxing in America was developed. At one time, it was the number one sport in the world.
Of course.
Viewership-wise.
Of course.
It was developed by the mafia, by the Italian mafia.
Correct.
You know, they had organized it. It was their syndicate. So
It's
as
just
you
a way
said,
of
the
making money.
gambling and all of that.
And right now, what I feel is that boxing is not basically all the corrupt activities are not coming into the public eye. Is because now it's become a niche sport, bro. Think about it. Not everyone watches boxing.
No.
You know, so nobody cares.
Yeah, too many regulations.
Nobody cares,
Yeah.
and there are very few journalists and reporters who want to put their fucking job on the line by removing all these reports.
Yeah.
There are no investigators or journalists who are going after all these corrupt sort of activities. You think Al Heyman is even coming into the news for doing anything?
I've not seen his face.
Yeah, imagine.
But you know why? Like, boxing has become dead because there are no superstars.
Correct.
Right. Secondly, the few good boxers that there are, the 5 or 6 famous names. I'm talking about big names that they never fight each other.
True.
Right. Mayweather and Pacquiao took 12 years to fight each other. Both out of their prime.
Are you saying the Floyd Manny era was the last of the polished boxers?
No. The last era was the Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard era.
Okay, Eddie
the
Hearns.
Hagler, Hearns, Sugar Ray, what's his name?
Mike Tyson.
Chavez. One generation before
Arturo Gatti, all of those killers.
Gatti, yeah, those guys. Because the best fought against the best. And the only reason UFC is successful is not because of their branding is good and they have the best fighters. No, they make the best fighters fight against the best. The number one contender fights for the title. That is beautiful.
And it's also very frequent.
Right? Not only frequent. Why? Because in boxing they don't make the matches. Because
why? Because they're independent, bro. Independent promotions, no. So there's so much shit that goes in.
So for example, Rahul is the prized fighter, right? I am the promoter. Okay. So first I'll be like, Rahul, I'm not going to put Rahul against another prized fighter who's like a great. I'm going to first develop him. So I'm going to make him fight with somebody who fights good at a distance, somebody who does good inside fighting, somebody who does good dirty fighting. Develop him. Mature him,
correct.
Then make him fight for the title.
So
that's
this is a great example of Tommy Fury right now.
Yeah.
Right. Basically, an up and coming fighter, very famous because of Love Island, right? And Tyson Fury's cousin brother. What is he doing? His promoter is only pairing him up with bums.
Yeah.
Bro, there was one fighter who was like 58 losses and like 3 wins.
Yeah.
And Tommy Fury went and knocked him out in 2 rounds or something.
Imagine.
So this is how they build their careers.
And now look at Tyson Fury. Now Tyson Fury and Joshua, this fight was supposed to happen like since the last 5-6 years. Okay, if the whole world
the
wants
England
to see
dream.
it, the whole world wants to see it. Everyone wants to. Everyone is like, let's make the fight happen. Tyson Fury is begging for the fight since I don't know how long, but it's not happening.
Yeah,
it's taking so much time because this is the reason why boxing is dying. This is the reason why Jake Paul and Logan Paul are coming into boxing and reviving it. They're getting the viewership.
True.
Because they're making interesting fights happen.
Absolutely.
Right now, this Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul are going to fight on 6 June.
I think Devang, even before that, the main reason why according to me, the main reason why celebrity boxing came into picture, okay, who was there? There was nobody left for Floyd Mayweather to fight, right? That's the only time when the crossover from the UFC to boxing happened, when Conor McGregor, a UFC superstar, has to crossover to boxing and fight Floyd Mayweather.
And make it one of the biggest spectacles.
4.7 million pay-per-view buys, the highest ever.
Yeah, second highest.
The second highest. Bro, you know which is the highest ever boxing match that has ever been like recorded? Like viewership wise, I'm not talking pay-per-view wise. Bro, KSI's fight with this Logan Paul.
Yeah.
That was that's the highest viewed boxing match ever.
That's what I'm saying. Bro.
Ever.
That's what I'm saying, that when Logan Paul and Jake Paul come, you know, I like it because it brings eyes. Okay. Nobody's saying that they're the best boxers.
Correct.
Nobody's saying that.
Correct.
Boxing is what? Entertainment. Right?
Correct.
You want two gladiators to come and fight for your entertainment.
And only the best of the best.
Right? So they both want to fight each other at whatever level they are. And they are saying that we'll put on a spectacle.
Yeah.
People want to see the fight.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
I don't understand the hate against it.
The hate is right now because basically, again, it's like a very super fan versus a casual fan sort of situation.
Super
Because
fan versus the
what is
casual
a super fan? A super fan looks at
Talent chahiye.
a super fan looks at prospects before they make it big.
Yeah.
Like a super fan will be so into boxing that he'll know that okay, this rookie is going to be the next champion.
Yeah.
But how will he be the next champion when there's a social media sensation coming and blocking his pathway?
Yeah.
You know, who's going to watch him?
Yeah.
When everybody is going to watch the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
Right? So again, that's a situation.
Too bad.
As a casual fan, you don't give a fuck because you're getting to watch the best fight.
No. I'm also for you. Combat sports, I'm a super fan.
Super
bro.
fan.
You know, I follow the sports, right?
Absolutely.
So I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because you have to make a name for yourself. Jorge Masvidal has 14-15 losses. Okay, but right now he's the fucking number 2 guy after Conor McGregor in UFC.
True.
He gets in more pay-per-views than fucking Habib.
Imagine.
Okay, so too bad for Habib.
Yeah.
Either you make a name for yourself, you get the public to like you, or you just fight. Say that you're the best and don't care for the viewership, don't care for the money.
You keep fighting, yeah.
When you want the money, when you want the eyes, you better work and get the eyes on yourself.
And you get the best fights. You fight
Right.
the best opponents that there are.
I saw Floyd Mayweather's interview for this fight. You know, he said a very smart thing. He's like, today, okay, I'm retired. He's like, just because I'm retired, firstly, doesn't mean I'm sitting on my ass all day doing nothing, right? He's like, I can get whatever fight I want. Okay. So let's say I'm going to come back. I'm going to fight one of the best fighters in the world. So he's like, as of today, I know that my purse just to enter the fight now, I can do a easy 30-35 million just for me to put my leg into the ring.
Easy. Basically just a welcome gift.
Right? Welcome gift of 30-35 million.
Guaranteed.
Okay. So he's like, should I fight a boxer, a young up and coming boxer, you know, put my life on the line for 30-35 million.
And when you're 45.
And plus, he's like, max to max, I'll make a $70-80 million night. Okay. Or
Max to max.
that's what he said.
Max, that's like Floyd's.
That's what he said.
Right there, bro.
Can you believe it? Max to max.
Max
yeah.
to max, me 80 mil. Now, is that enough for me?
And then you know what he said? Then he's like, should I do that? Or should I fight a Logan Paul who has 10 times the number of followers, who's going to get 10 times the number of viewers into the fight?
Correct.
We are going to make an exciting exhibition fight happen. People are going to love to watch it. We are going to give them a show to watch. And we are going to make 100 mil.
Easy.
We're going to make 100 mil that night.
And it's just easy money.
So they're like, what would you do? What would you do? And he's like, name another fighter who has more followers than Logan Paul.
As of right now.
So that guy's like, Tyson Fury. So he's like, yeah, Tyson Fury doesn't. Tyson Fury has 5, Logan has 50. Boy. So this whole celebrity boxing thing, I don't mind it because in this generation there are no boxers. The Devin Haney is not fighting the Ryan Garcia. The Ryan Garcia is not fighting the Gervontas.
Yeah. And this is a great way for all these top boxers to wake the fuck up because then nobody's gonna watch your fights, bro.
Exactly.
You don't want fucking Jake Paul and Logan Paul to take all your fans and all your viewers because these guys don't give a fuck. They might be trolls, but these trolls are making bank. You know?
And you know what? Start fighting the best before they get at a level higher.
Correct. When nobody's watching your ass.
Yeah, when nobody's watching.
Why do you want to watch Ryan Garcia fight a Punk?
Exactly. Who wants to see Gervonta fight another Punk? He's fighting punks after punks after punks.
Correct.
What did Mike Tyson say?
Okay, who fought today? That guy, that Andy Ruiz Jr.
Both fuck all fights.
Who? What a fuck all fight, bro.
Fuck all fight.
What a
bro.
fuck all fight.
They say that Andy Ruiz has the fastest hands in heavyweight. You know,
Imagine.
In the last 5 years, Andy Ruiz has the fastest hands in heavyweight, and it was the most boring. I saw 5-minute highlight. And
Boring.
I was like sad.
Boring, sad. But then again, like then you have fucking top prime fighters like Canelo who just want to take the division down.
Yeah, but
give me anyone I'll eat.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
who's he also doesn't get fighters. So last 2 fights were sparring fights for him.
But
Teddy Atlas came
nobody's
out-
willing to fight the guy.
No. But there is no fight because the level is not there.
And there are no fighters right now. You need personalities.
Yeah.
What is boxing? Every boxing star has a personality. What is his personality showing off?
Exactly.
It's
And
all about that.
No, not only showing off. It's like, for example, you have to be a public figure.
Hmm.
Why would a Floyd Mayweather, Canelo go and put their life on the line? Get fucking hit in the face.
Correct.
For less money.
Doesn't make
They
sense.
should make more money than the
Doesn't
last
make
fight.
sense.
More money than the previous fight, right? It's only fair.
But that way, the UFC and Dana White, they're so smart that basically you're only going to fight under one fucking commission.
Yeah.
Which is the UFC.
And they make the fights happen.
And they make the fight. And also, if you think about it, if you paid John Jones $30 million like he wants for Ngannou,
yeah.
the possibility of super fights happening is going to decrease.
Yeah.
Because every fighter is just going to wait for a payday.
It's not going to happen.
But when all fighters are paid equally in the same standard,
Yeah.
super fights happen. But it's also a con for the fighters.
No, but even in the boxing world, it's the 0.01% who get paid the 10
Correct.
million and the 20 million and the 30 million.
Correct.
It's not everybody who's getting paid in the millions.
Yes. You work your way to the top.
Because if you get the viewers, you get paid. It's as simple, So I have no problem with the celebrity fighting. I'm going to watch the Logan Paul fight.
Of course.
The celebrity boxing is become a trend now.
Of course.
There's a channel on YouTube called Social Gloves. They make all these young TikTokers and YouTubers fight.
Wow.
It's unbelievable because I don't think they've trained for more than a month, 2 months.
Oh,
so
shit.
they are
So
just
it's like
letting hands go.
Like a doghouse.
It's a doghouse. It's ridiculous. There is no talent,
Yeah.
But what people don't understand is that the viewers are kids. It's like I don't care to watch the Social Gloves ka YouTube channel because it's not exciting to me.
True.
But the viewers of that are
Is the youth.
13-year-olds and 10-year-olds and 14-year-olds. So it's good that they're getting into the sport.
Yeah,
Maybe it motivates a 10-year-old to get into martial arts.
Bro, of course it's going to
It's
happen.
going to.
And just think about it.
Bro, now
What-
everybody's
what-
training boxing.
Everyone's training boxing
Everybody's
and
training
MMA.
boxing.
Everyone.
And talking about the Social Gloves event. So after the Floyd and Logan Paul event on 6th, the next weekend on 12th is Battle of the Platforms.
All right.
TikTokers versus YouTubers.
All right. So they stopped dancing and now they're going to fight.
Yeah, bro.
All
Battle
right.
of the Platforms,
All right.
fam.
All
6
right.
fighters. With,
Let's do this.
The headline, the main bout is going to be between Bryce Hall
Huh.
and Austin McBroom.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, I don't think...
Top YouTubers,
Yeah,
right? These guys. I think
top-
it's Bryce Hall is dating that Addison Rae, who's a
Yeah.
famous TikToker.
Singer, yeah.
Singer,
TikToker. So yeah, and the numbers they are saying they're expecting to make is crazy. The viewership they're going to get is crazy.
Crazy.
And I saw some of the guys on the thing just fighting
Are
and
they good?
sparring and all. They're very bad.
Very bad.
They're very bad. But they're matched with very bad people.
Okay.
So I don't have a problem.
Bro, do you remember that Fousey Tube fight? What the fuck was
Yeah.
that fight? That was like embarrassing
It
to
was
watch.
embarrassing. Yeah.
You know?
So you know what is the problem?
So
It's
again,
like-
this is why super fans are complaining. This is not our sport. This is not boxing.
yeah.
These guys don't know how to box. Why are you guys watching
So
this?
now people have understood that a Nate Robinson should not fight a Jake Paul because
Correct.
Nate Robinson did not train, whereas Jake Paul trained for 2 years, right? So that I agree with. But if you are trash and I am trash, I don't mind us fighting.
Correct.
Correct. But if you are at another level, you're black belt and I'm white belt, you're gonna kill me.
Yeah.
It should be
Absolutely.
illegal.
So right now, so that was, let's see the crossover. I want to see a good UFC boxer.
Yeah.
Basically, you can't have Ben Askren being the face and the savior of the fucking MMA
Jake Paul
world.
is just
Fight
too
against
smart.
Jake Paul.
Bro, Jake Paul is just too smart. He made it happen. Everybody knows Ben Askren doesn't have hands. Everybody knows he's old. He got a hip replacement. He never threw hands in the UFC. But Jake Paul was smart enough to call him out.
Absolutely.
Ben Askren was like, dude, I'm going to get the biggest payday of my life.
True.
Why not?
True. So that being said, you're saying celebrity boxing is here to stay.
100%.
100%. So now I want to talk about the Indian celebrity boxing
होना चाहिए,
situation.
bro.
Do you think there should be Indian celebrity
I'm
boxing?
saying, bro, we should do it. Good Life Easy Productions.
Let's do it.
Let's start it.
Who
Fight
do you want
night.
as the first, like a very realistic
I'm
target,
just saying
first fight?
this. We'll fight people.
Okay, we'll fight out.
As in, why not?
Yeah, why not? Like spar and shit.
Whoever's willing to do
Oh, I would love to.
4 rounds.
I would love
you
to.
know?
I would love
Yeah.
to. Yeah, done.
Headgear or whatever.
Why not?
Yeah.
Don't just go into the ring and just broadcast it live.
Yeah.
You know, because I think it's the yo. Are you understanding the fucking audience and the fan following for these basic social media influencers and shit?
Yeah.
Millions.
And the idea is like a fight club, bro. See, you don't have to go and fight pros. You have to fight people at nearby your level.
Correct.
You know, you don't have to be a 60 kg guy and fight an 80 kg guy, and you don't have to be a white belt and fight a black belt.
Correct,
You know,
correct,
you don't have to
correct,
be.
correct,
You don't have to just wear the gloves and fight a guy who's trained for 4 years.
Yeah.
You have to be matched.
Matched.
But I think it's a possibility.
But do you
I
think like these big celebrities would?
no, in India, big celebrities.
No.
No.
Why? They care too much about their face, bro.
They care too much about their face. I think if it happens, it should happen at a YouTube level.
YouTube level.
Or a influencer level.
Oh, influencers fighting, bro. I would love to see that happen.
Yeah.
I would love to see that happen. So you're saying that me and you would go out and fucking challenge all these
As in, why not?
influencers?
I don't see why not. Because it's not like they're gonna like
So call someone out.
whoever.
Call
Whoever
some
can get
influencer
it.
out.
Whoever wants it can get it.
Okay. So Devang has
Any of
officially-
you bums.
Any of you influencer bums, we're starting our Good Life Easy production. You know, what are we calling it?
Fight night.
Fight, okay.
Good Life
so
Easy.
Fight
Production,
night, bro.
Fight night.
Devang is challenging any influencer
Yeah.
right now to come into the ring. So is it going to be an MMA bout or is it going to be a boxing bout? Okay, you're going to take it boxing.
Boxing, kickboxing, yeah.
Okay, so let's basically the challenge is open. This would be the first fight ever by Good Life Easy Productions
Yeah,
Fight
let's
Night
do it.
with our host
Yeah.
as the fighter Devang Javeri.
Yeah.
You know what's your nickname, man? Come on.
Whatever. I
Come on, bro. Come on. Give me a nickname right now. Let's make this happen. Devang the Bear. Bhalu. Devang, you know. Devang
Bear
the
Attack.
Bhalu. Devang Bear Attack Javeri challenging any influencer right now to make it happen. You know, I'll be the promoter in this bitch. You know, I'll be the guy like Dana.
But I think it's possible. I don't see
Why
why
not?
not.
Why
Because when it's boxing, as in
Correct.
you don't have to go out and kill each other.
Correct,
You have to go out, you know, put on a spectacle.
Yo, I think this has to happen in India.
Yeah, why not?
It's the next big thing.
Why not?
I think we just gave out the biggest secret,
Yeah.
the money-making remedy.
Till the time the matches are fair, you know, I don't think there's any problem. You'll get a little hurt here and there, you know,
Why not?
and
Why not?
you're not going to die. You're not going to.
And of course, it's going to be with headgear and shit.
It's going to be with headgear. It's going to be with 14-ounce gloves or whatever, bro.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fair, you know.
Fair and square.
And 3 rounds, 5 rounds, whatever.
Fair
you
and
know.
square. And as we all know, bro, whatever happens in America eventually trickles down to India.
I think it's a good one. I think it should happen.
So let's make it happen.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Good Life Easy Production. We should do
Fight
it.
night, huh?
Yeah,
Where
fight
do you want to
night.
host the fight, bro?
In a nice gym, bro.
Nice gym,
In a
huh?
nice gym.
With a ring. That's all you need.
With a ring, bro. Surround the gym
That's all
with
you
people
need.
with cell phones.
Correct.
You know, broadcast it for free boys. You
All
know.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Bro, I think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
This is a great idea. Get a good gym. And of course, as we all know right now, the
Hold
youth,
events, I think, every 2 months, 3 months, you know.
Yeah, the youth right now is only training MMA and boxing.
Yeah,
So it's only taking off in India. So it's just a matter of time.
Just a matter of time,
You know?
bro.
And that being said, the shots have been fired to all the male influencers out there, all you punks. Yeah, I'm the promoter for Devang Javeri. If you want it, you can get it. Yeah, we'll give you a purse too. You know.
Yeah.
What do you think about
We'll
that?
make shorts also for you guys.
What do you think about that?
We'll design
Huh?
shorts.
Let's do this.
Let's
We
do
got
this.
gyms already ready.
Good Life Easy Production Fight Night.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's a
yes, it's out there.
influencer fighting
Influencers,
or
bro. I wanna break some. I don't want to say these influencer names, but I want to break some faces, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
or
I'm
get
telling you.
broken in the fight. I think it's okay, bro. A little bit.
A little bit, it's fine.
Yeah.
Bro, it's fine.
Yeah, you're not fighting-
Anyways, what do influencers care about?
Reach.
In your mind, I know that was just a jab. You know, that was not the cross. That was a jab.
No, they care for the reach,
Okay,
no?
the reach. I was expecting followers.
Yeah, that's the
You know?
reach.
How do you get followers, bro? By putting
Reach.
on a spectacle.
By reach.
By reach,
You know?
alright,
What is your
alright.
reach? What is your audience reach?
True.
So I think it's a good thing, bro. I think it would be a good event, YouTube live or whatever. You
yeah.
know, I think we could literally do a much better job than most associations in India who
Absolutely.
do a half-assed job
Absolutely.
with good fighters. They have dope fighters. They have good fighters, up-and-coming guys who are willing to go in the ring. You know, have the balls to go step into the ring, and they promote it pathetically.
Absolutely.
Fucking cell phone live videos and whatnot, bro. I think that's
Bro,
sad.
it's a fucking mad concept.
Yeah, I think it's a mad concept.
I think it's a great concept.
Yeah.
And I think it should happen.
It should happen.
It
Why
should
not?
happen. Let's pay off some influencer and get him to fight you, bro. Like, you know how Tommy Fury is building up his record?
Bro, Super League.
Super
Good
League.
Life Easy Super League.
Oh, Good Life Easy Super League. Okay. Buy your fighters. So great, bro. We got to make this happen. Then.
Yeah, we have to make this happen. First thing, we have to make a Good Life Easy patch for the shorts.
Okay.
You know?
Okay,
For the
So
band
are we going to have judges or what's the scene?
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be?
everything
Is it
proper,
going to be
bro.
like a doghouse fight?
Everything clean, everything proper, good referee, good judges, you know? Simple.
And
3 rounds.
Are we
Win, lose, whatever. At the
Okay.
end, hold hands, you know, hug
Correct.
it out. Enjoy, bro. Get a drink together.
Get a drink
Relax.
together,
It's a
have good
party.
time, yeah.
It's a party.
Are there, I think for the first few fights, no payouts. No payouts.
No payouts,
you know?
bro. First, the production house makes money.
First, the production house and the investors make money who thought of this idea.
First, the investors make money.
Yeah. Promoter come fighter makes money
First,
first.
the promoters make money. You know? Then we pay out the fighters.
इतना तो काम किया है.
इतना तो काम
bro.
किया है. Yeah. And of course, we'll give gloves and shorts.
Shots. Bro, that much to we have to give. And we'll give you little popularity also eventually.
Maybe they'll give
With the
us
league,
popularity.
yeah, with the league, you
Yeah.
know, coming about Good Life Easy Fight Night with
Yeah.
influencers.
Yeah, live
You know, the
events,
reach will increase.
Exactly.
So it's done.
Yeah.
The shots have been fired. Anyone who wants, DM us. At the
And
rate
there are
Good
some
Life
nice,
is easy.
now in Bombay, there are some nice gyms with legit rings.
True.
You know, we've seen pictures and all.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and some of them are our friends also. So they'll happily host us. You know.
So I think we might get a few shots.
Yeah.
I'm saying if nobody fights me and you,
Let's do it, bro.
fuck it, bro.
Put on a show.
You know, let's put on a spectacle.
Put on a show,
You know, because
bro.
we are such, we mad dogs.
Yeah, bro.
We mad dogs.
Yeah.
You know, 2 pit bulls. When you put 2 pit bulls in a ring, you know what happens.
Yeah, at the end, it's about putting on a show, bro.
Yeah.
What else?
Bro, I'm saying Good Life Easy Fight Night. The hosts only have to fight. Because nobody wants to fight the host. Nobody wants to fight the host, so the hosts have to fight.
Imagine the Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fight, you know. They call it a tie at the end, you know. And then they'll call us also a tie and everyone will be like, "Ye to sala fixed hai,
Fixed
benchot.
hai,
Full corruption hai, benchot."
You know,
Good
and
Life
it
Easy
good.
production is
And
full
then
corrupt.
I could feel Devang shot. You know, this guy's got it. He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. You know? Such a privilege and honor
At the
to
end,
fight Devang.
you make money, I make money,
Yeah.
and everyone.
And then once we are backstage,
cheers.
cheers.
Yeah, bro. So,
Great,
inshallah, we
great.
make it happen.
We've just discussed a venture on the podcast. Bro. Crazy.
Yeah, bro. So, inspired by the Super League,
Super League.
inspired by the corrupt
Correct.
FIFA and Super League.
See, always take the positives out of
Always
negatives.
take the
You know?
positives.
Always.
Yeah. Always take the positives.
And with that,
With that,
Good Life
GLE,
Easy.
we out. Ciao, ciao.